Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Vancouver Rain Draft to Glory franchise mode here in MLB The Show 23. So in last episode, we had the wildcard matchup with the Minnesota Twins, and we managed to just barely get by in that series in 3 games. We lost the first game convincingly 7-0, and I was very concerned. But then we barely scraped by with a 4-3 walk-off win, sparked by Josh Groves, who managed to come off the bench and get ourselves 2 runs scored and a triple, and then he was brought in by Trevino, if I remember right. And then eventually we went into extra innings, and a walk-off shot from Sixto forced a Game 3. Game 3, we started off very good offensively, but then it was a very tight game. It was like 5-5. Luckily for us, I think it was in like the 7th inning we managed to grab a couple runs. It was, okay, the 5th and the 6th inning. So you could see we were up basically 5-0 at one point. Then we gave up 4 runs in the 4th and 1 run in the 5th, and it was a tie game. Luckily for us, we got a run of our own in the 5th, and then we also padded on to the lead in the 6th, and we managed to shut them out the rest of the way. But very close series for the wildcard matchup. But in today's episode, we are going to be taking on our Canadian rival, I guess you could say, in the Toronto Blue Jays. This is going to be a very tough series because both of us had the exact same record during the regular season. And yeah, I don't know who's going to come on top out of this series. Winner of this will probably face the White Sox, my guess, because the White Sox should have an easier time against the Boston Red Sox currently, because if Seattle would have gotten to the ALDS, I think Seattle could have been a very good team to for the White Sox to try and beat. But right now, because Boston's technically the second worst team that made it into the playoffs, I think that the White Sox should have it pretty easy to get to the ALCS, and they might have it pretty easy getting themselves to the World Series. Depends on, I guess, if us or the Blue Jays are a tough opponent for them or not. So there is that. And anyways, before we get into this ALDS matchup, I do have a couple comments to go over. So the first one is from Michael Dost, who says, "Congrats, wasn't a big Bill O'Donnell fan, but he came through. Josh Groves' substitution by you was a great call." And yeah, I'm really stoked with Bill O'Donnell's performance in that opening round. And also, yeah, that Josh Groves substitution kind of came up a little bit clutch, but you can see this is basically our batting player stats right now. Ozzy's been great. Bill O'Donnell somehow had a fantastic first round with a 455 average. And obviously he had actually his best regular season of his career as well. So he might be starting to finally pan out. I would love to keep him around here as long as possible in a sense, because he is a Canadian player. To have on like a Vancouver team would be kind of neat to hold on to him until he retires. He is only signed for 1 more season, and then he might demand a decent chunk of money just because he is starting to play a bit better. So hopefully that isn't the case. Also, yeah, like I was mentioning, Josh Groves, fantastic numbers. 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and a 667 average. He is now in instead of Gary Steiner, who was just not doing anything through 7 at-bats. We also have Sixto, who was doing well. Ollie Gelman was doing good. And then you get into the bottom 4 players, and Schneider wasn't doing too well, Pinheiro wasn't doing well, Trevino was doing terrible, and Pip has yet to record a hit. So I'm really hoping that some of those guys that haven't really done much could start hitting a little bit too, because if the top of the order could still do good and the bottom of the order could start doing better, we might be a really good team this year. Obviously, we do need our pitching to be a bit better as well, though. That's one thing. Garth Howe wasn't terrible in his first game, but he did lose it. Sammy Gomez was pretty solid in a sense, but he wasn't fantastic either by any standards. Gary wasn't really that good. His whip was good, but his ERA wasn't. Like, he was kind of streaky in that game he won. And obviously we haven't even got to Sparbory and Poles yet, so hopefully if those guys get a chance, that they actually play pretty decently. And then hopefully our relievers could play a little bit better, because Bobby Hyde wasn't really that good. Jack Birch was fantastic, so hopefully Jack Birch could come in and be a really good reliever in this next round. Todd Goss hasn't played yet. Rubel's been good. Pablo Silva, Robert haven't done anything yet. Same with Guzman. And Dennis Lake has been solid in the .2 innings he's played. So hopefully we could get a lot more of these guys into the lineup in a sense, or pitching and whatnot. And hopefully they do pretty well in the playoff spot. And then our last and final comment is from Nick Bacher Barons OC, who says, "Scraped through that series. Good job." And yeah, we literally just scraped by only those 2 runs, and then that walk-off was very clutch from Sixto, and also, like I was mentioning, with the Josh Groves situation as well. So there is that. Let's take a look quickly at our pitching rotation. Is the stamina wouldn't be back for Garth Howe, I think. So I think we'll basically readjust our starting rotation so Sparbory is all the way on the top, so that way he goes dead last, basically. And then we'll go actually up here. Yeah, wait. Yeah, I think it's like this. Yeah, this order, if I'm not mistaken. So then it would start with Garth Howe, Sammy, Gary, Harvey, and then we'll get to Darren Pulse because I want to go back to Garth Howe, obviously, for game 1. Hope that he has a better game. Let me just make sure we got the order set up properly. Up. Gary, and then those ones are if necessary, so it doesn't even say yet. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, we could always turn to Garth for another game potentially in the series too, but I don't really know if that's good because we want him to be well rested if we are to get to the ALCS, which I don't really know if it is possible, but it's going to be a tough matchup. As you can see, we were 93 and 69. We head over to the Blue Jays. They were also 93 and 69, but they were better against us, and that's the only reason they got into this situation. They have yet to play a game, obviously, of postseason baseball because of the wildcard situation. But going into the playoffs, they were 6-4. We were 5-5. They were very solid on home field. They're pretty much exactly like us in most ways, it looks like. We were much better during the daytime, though, than them. They're kind of more 500. They're very good at nighttime games. 58 wins at night. So hopefully we don't have too much night games, which probably most of them are, my guess. But we are also, like I was mentioning, the 5th contact team, the 7th in power, 7th in pitching, 23rd defense, 2nd in speed. While they are the 9th contact, 18th power, 15th pitching, 13th defense, 19th speed. So technically we are much better than them in every situation except for a few things, I guess. So that's going to be really interesting because I honestly don't know if that means we have the better chance or not, because this game could literally just throw a curveball at me completely. But let me show you guys the roster quickly again as well. I don't want to take too long to do this because I know that this round might take me a while to get through it, but here again is their pitching rotation. You can see led by Painter. And then here is their bullpen with a good closer in Crotchet. So there's that. And then lineup-wise, their lineup, I believe, was okay. They do stuff like Vladdy, but he's dropping off a lot. Like, they have guys that were good at one point but are starting to drop off a lot. They do still have Michael Harris, who's really good, but Vladdy Guerrero Jr.'s dropped to a 73. Adley Rutschman's dropped to a 77. So you can see how the mighty have fallen in the series quite a bit. So there is that. Let's get into this ALDS, and hopefully I could get through it a little bit quicker than I did with that 3-game series because I was not expecting that episode to be a 51-minute episode. So hopefully this series, hopefully it doesn't take as long. So I'll try and be a little bit quicker with that. I know I was a little bit behind with that. Also, I want to apologize about the syncing problems in last episode. I was changing around some video settings, and for some reason, I guess it made my video a little bit delayed for my voice. So I think I did fix it now. So hopefully that is all good to go. So that way we don't ever have any of those issues again. So Garth Howe is actually technically not fully energized. It's a bit of a risk to turn to him probably already, but I think I got to. The only thing is their pitcher is energized because they have yet to play any games. We got to turn to Garth Howe still for game 1, I think. And then hopefully Gomez and McAllister are ready to go for game 2 and 3, and then we could go back into Sparbori pulls, that type of thing. But hopefully Garth is ready to deal some pitches here in this game. Some of our batters are a little bit less energized as well, but we definitely will hold on to them. Seems like Pip is running out of energy quite fast compared to some of the other guys, so that's not great. That means he might not have a good game. So let's see what we can do here. We're in Toronto to start the series, so this is our first road playoff game, considering every game before this was on home field. So let's see what we can do on the road. Ozzy swings, he pops up. Bill O'Donnell swings, he strikes out, and Josh Grove strikes out. So that's not great, considering our top of the order is our better players. So hopefully those guys could get going on that second at bat when they have that chance. Garth Howe against Bubba Thompson, strikeout. Elsa Bertrand strikes out, and Michael Harris strikes out. So he strikes out the side. What a good start for Garth Howe. Much better, I think, than his last game he played. I'm pretty sure he gave up runs in the first inning against Minnesota. I could be wrong. Don't remember exactly, but 6-0 up to bat. Obviously, he had that walk-off in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Let's see what he could do. I can barely talk. He gets hit by a pitch, so that's not great. Hopefully, he doesn't get injured by that, but at least he gets on base. Ollie Gellman up to bat. He has 1 RBI, and he's been pretty solid so far. He strikes out. Steve Schneider swings, and he strikes out. And George Pinheiro, who's not been doing too well, swings, and he scores in a run. Okay, and a double. I'll take that. Nicely done, George. Good way to start off your game here. Because obviously, like I said, we need that bottom of the order to get going. And so far, Pinheiro is off to a good start here with a double and a run scored. So we score first here in this series. Anton Trevino runs scored as well. He brings him in with a triple. Damn, Trevino is fast as shit. We've had a couple triples already in the postseason. Like, that's definitely going to help us in the long run. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, that's what I did. Okay. Our speed's definitely going to help us in the long run because we've had multiple triples in the playoffs so far, and we've already had a couple doubles. Like, our speed's definitely showing up. Can Pip bring in Trevino to make it a 3-0 lead? Because that would be great. And yes, he does. Let's go, Pip. Let's go bottom of the order. That's exactly what I wanted. We're up 3-0 because of our lower guys. And we're already into our next pitcher, our second at-bats for Cardenas, O'Donnell, and Groves. Let's go, Cardenas. He grounds out. Okay. So 3-0 after the top of the second. Let's get into Toronto's at-bats. Ground out. Double for Saldana. That's not great. Hopefully we can get him out. Ornelas strikes out. Nicely done. Adley Rutschman flies out. Let's go. 3-0 lead going into the third. I like this start. We just got to keep on the defensive side here. Bill O'Donnell walks. Let's go, Bill. Let's go. You got that speed, I know. Josh Groves strikes out. Giancarlo Sixto strikes out. And Ollie Gelman, fielder's choice. Damn. Yeah, the top of the order is not doing too well in this game so far. But the bottom of the order is doing good. Vladdy's up. Hopefully he doesn't still have that power hitting because obviously he's a great home run hitter, but he has dropped off a lot in the series, so hopefully he doesn't do too much damage against us. He strikes out. Sherton Apostle flies out. Bubba Thompson doubles, so there's their second double of the game, but yet they have yet to score a run. Ezra Beltran up, and he scores in a run. That makes it a 3-1 game, so the Blue Jays are on the board. Not great, but it is what it is. Garth Howe against Michael Harris II. Strikeout. Nicely done. Steve Schneider up the bat. He strikes out. Pinheiro strikes out. And Trevino strikes out. Damn, that's not good. We struck out on the order, but it's still a 3-1 lead for us, so we're still up by 2, but it is a very close game still at this point. We're probably going to keep Garth in for another, maybe till the 6th inning. Depends on how much he has to pitch. Austin Charles strikes out. Saldana grounds out. And Ornelas strikes out. Like in Garth Howe's game here, he's starting to be a little bit better than he was for sure in the first round. Because the first round, or the wild card matchup, he was not doing too well. In this one, so far, he's doing well. Jeff Pipp, he's already got one hit in the game. And he gets a solo home run. So Pipp has came out of nowhere. He's a little bit less energized than some of the other guys. But for some reason, he's having a good game. He makes it 4-1. That's a huge home run there from the Pip. Can Ozzy Cardenas help add to this lead? He strikes out. He's having a rough game here, Ozzy, but he'd probably be a bounce back kind of guy for next game. Bill O'Donnell strikes out as well. So yeah, our top of the order not doing too well right now. And Josh Groves also grounds out. Wow, Garth Howe up. Yeah, Garth Howe has definitely improved ERA and whip wise. So it seems like he had obviously one of his bad games in the first in the wild card, but he's the type of guy that has usually a lot of quality starts, so this might be one of his quality starts. Adley Rutschman walks, okay. We might have to look at soon replacing Garth, but not yet. Vladdy strikes out. Sherton Apostle, sack bunt. And Bubba Thompson strikes out. Yeah, that might be the last inning there for Garth because he is getting quite tired. Sixto up the bat. He forces a pitching change over to Brady Singer, who comes in. One of the relievers. Sixto swings. He singles. Okay. Good way to start off against a new pitcher. Get in his head a little bit. Ollie Gelman swings and he flies out. Steve Schneider, fielder's choice. And Pinheiro singles. So we got 2 guys on base with 2 outs. Can Anton Trevino bring in a run? No, he cannot. And yeah, I think we're going to take out Garth. He's been great in this game, but I don't think I could get another inning out of him. So I think we will turn to... I think we'll go to Rubel. Yeah, we'll go to Rubel because I don't want to go to Birch yet because Birch is a bit tired. I want to give him a little bit more rest. So we'll go to Doug Rubel and see what Rubel could do. Rubel's only pitched 1 inning before, and he was good in it. So what does Doug have for us? Ground out. Walk. Okay, that's not bad still, though. Austin Charles. Dolan base. That's not great. Austin Charles. Ground out. Saldana. Strikeout. Nicely done. Nicely done. Jeff Pipp up the bat. He's 2 for 2 tonight with a home run in his last at bat. What will he do here? He'll double. Oh my goodness. Jeff Pipp is having a great game. I didn't think I would see something like that with Jeff Pipp having a fantastic game in the first game of this next round, but he's been great. He's got a double, he's got a home run, and I think a single. So he's very close to the cycle. I don't think he's going to get a triple, though, because he doesn't have the speed, but still, what a game for Pipp. Ozzy Cardenius up, trying to get him over. I could do a sack bunt, but I'll just go for the swing. Pop up. That's not great. Bill O'Donnell swings, and he strikes out. Damn, maybe I should have went for the sack bunt just to get him over to third. And Josh Gross swings, and he strikes out. So unfortunately, we couldn't bring Pipp in. Rubel will still stay in for this next inning or two. And then we'll probably turn to the closer if it's still the same lead. Rubel against Ornelas, strikeout. Utley Rutschman singles. Guerrero strikes out, and Apostle singles. They have two guys on base with 2 outs. Come on, Rubel, you got to get Bubba Thompson out here. He flies out, nicely done. Sixto up the bat now, flies out. Gelman up the bat. Solo home run for Ollie Gelman. Let's go. He's 1 for 4, so he's not having the best game, but a home run here to make it a 5-1 lead. Good start to game 1. Steve Schneider swings, and he flies out. And George Pinheiro swings, and he strikes out. And yeah, we'll get one more inning out of Doug Rubel. But our team has a 4-run lead at this point, so this is very good so far. We just need to lock this game down pretty much. Rubel strikes him out. Harris against him, singles. Austin Charles, singles. They have 2 guys on base with only 1 out. Let's make a pitching change just to kind of maybe change things up a bit here. Let's go to Ken Robert, because Ken Robert has to get into the lineup a little bit. Ken Robert pitches, strikeout. Nicely done, Ken. Against Ornelas, flies out. Let's go, Ken. That's exactly what we needed. Trevino up the bat in the 9th. And they make a pitching change over to Josh Fleming, which I guess is another reliever because they probably wouldn't put in a closer into stage. Being down by 4 runs. Trevino grounds out. Jeff Pipp, who's 3 for 3, grounds out. Damn. And Ozzy Cardenius, 0 for 5 in the game. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th. And I could go to Dennis Lake, which I think I'm going to do that. We have a lot of guys that could kind of close out games. But I'm going to go to Dennis Lake again. Let's see if Lake could close out game 1 here. Against Adley Rutschman, fly out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., strikeout. And they're down to their last out. Sherton Apostle, singles. Bubba Thompson must have struck out. Yup, he did. And we have won game 1 of the ALDS, 5-1. We gave up 8 hits, which we've also had 8 hits, but we scored and we didn't allow any runs hardly. And the player of the game is Jeff Pipp with the 3-for-4, 1 run scored, a home run, 2 RBIs, and a double. What a performance from Pipp. And we are up 1-0 in a series for the first time. Let's go. We've won 3 straight games now since that 7-0 loss, so that is a great way to start it off. Really happy with the performance from Garth Howe in that one. Yeah, Garth was fantastic. He just needs to keep on doing that, and hopefully Sammy Gomez has a good game here coming up. So let's make sure our lineup is ready to go again. Let's see. I think I'll probably keep it the same, even though the top of the order wasn't as good last game. I still want to keep it the same. Pipp was actually really good, so I might have to bump Pipp up over Trevino. And yeah, I'm going to probably knock Schneider down a little bit in order as well. Just try and get the hot guys always near the top of the batting order if possible. There we go. There we go. Okay, we are heading into Game 2. We're still in Toronto, looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Headed home, that would be really great. But obviously the Blue Jays are going to try and come out firing here probably quite a bit, because they definitely need to score more runs against us if they want to win. So let's see what happens here in Game 2. See if we could take a 2-0 series lead on our Canadian rival. I wouldn't say they're a rival really, because they're on the other side of Canada, but I mean, that could be a rival. So here we go. Sammy starting this game, so the left-hander. And what the heck? I didn't want Trevino being the starting guy, but it must have changed my order a bit when I actually moved Pipp and Trevino around. But that's okay, I think. Or wait a sec. Maybe they have a left-handed pitcher in. Yep, they have a left-handed pitcher in, so this is going to be interesting, because it's a left-hander versus a left-hander. Usually you have always right-handed pitchers, but they're pitching a left-hander here. So we're going to be going up against an opposite pitcher. So this might be a tougher game for us, because I don't know how good our team is against lefties, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see what we could do here against the left-hander Roger Tomlinson. Trevino doubles to start the game. Well, that's a fantastic way to start there, Trevino. Obviously, he hasn't been hitting well, but it seems like maybe he's really good against left-handers. I don't really know. Probably why he's leading off. Jeff Pitt, who had a great game last game, swings and he strikes out. Sixto swings, he strikes out, and Ozzy trying to bring him home. Issues a walk at least, so there's 2 men on base with 2 outs now. Can Pinheiro bring in a run with 2 outs? Come on, George. He singles. We have bases loaded with 2 outs for Gary Steiner, who's now back in the lineup because we're against a left-handed pitcher. Can Gary get a run scored at least? That would be good. If as long as he doesn't hit into a grounder type of play, I don't really. I just hope that he just gets in a run at least to give us a lead early again. That would be nice. A swing from Steiner. He flies out. Goddamn. That's unfortunate. Sammy Gomez, who's not full on energy, but hopefully he has a good game ahead of him. Let's see what he could do. Ground out. Saldana hit by pitch. Not a good start there. Harris scores in a run. Oh no, not a good start for Sammy here. There's a fly out and a runner thrown out. Okay, so they only scored 1 run, so that's not terrible, I guess, but still a little bit of a scare there for our starting pitcher here in Sammy. Can Bill O'Donnell get something back? Grounds out. Steve Schneider strikes out, and Ollie Gelman pops up. Not a great start offensively like last game, but maybe we'll find our bats later in this one. Who knows? Ornelas singles, not good. Robles caught stealing. Okay, that's good. Robles strikes out. Sanchez strikes out. Let's go. Trevino up the bat. He's kind of struggled in this series so far, but he is 1 for 1 tonight with a double. He strikes out. Pip singles. Okay, Jeff. Jeff has been definitely the best player in the series so far. Sixto double play. Oh man. Yeah, our bats are a little bit quiet right now, but hopefully they wake up. I mean, we have 3 hits, which is good up to this point because that's as much as they do, but we haven't scored a run yet, so got to start scoring some runs soon. Suzak singles. Beltran, fielder's choice. Saldana strikes out, and Harris the second grounds out. Okay, now we're starting to pitch a bit better, which is good. Ozzy needs a strong game here. He was not great last game. Come on, Ozzy. Fly out. That's unfortunate. Pinheiro singles. Okay, Pinheiro, I see you. I see you. Gary Steiner swings and he flies out. And Bill O'Donnell swings and he grounds out. So far, our bats have been pretty quiet in this game compared to last game. Austin Charles singles. Yeah, they're getting a lot of singles, it seems like, but as long as we can get them out after the fact. Apostle flies out. Ornelas hit by pitch. They have got 2 guys on base with only 1 out, so this is a crucial pitching stage for Sammy. We don't want to allow any more runs if possible. Robles up to bat, and it's a double play. That's a perfect pitch to get a double play in. Steve Schneider flies out. Ollie Gelman grounds out. Trevino grounds out. Seems like we have a problem against left-handers for sure. And they already have another left-hander, I think, in their pitching rotations, so that's going to be kind of tough because we only have the 1 in Sammy, so at least that right now. Eventually, Osuna will be in our pitching rotation. Lolo Sanchez grounds out. Suzak flies out, and Beltran grounds out. We're headed into the 6th inning, only down by a run, so it's still very tight at the moment. Pip swings, he grounds out. Sixto grounds out. Ozzy flies out. I might have to put in somebody off the bench like Groves in this game, but I think Groves isn't as good against left-handers. Saldana grounds out. Harris triples. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Austin Charles has a chance to make it a 2-0 game. Come on, you got to get out of this, Sammy. Strikeout. Huge strikeout there because now they can't go for the sack, but we still got to get out shirt and Apostle if possible. He brings in a run and gets a double. Maybe I should have made a pitching change there, but let's make a pitching change now while we're at it. Let's go to... We don't have any left-handed relievers, so let's go to... Let's give Pablo Silva a chance as a reliever. I've never given him a chance as a reliever. He pitches, he issues a walk. That's not how you want to start it off there, Pablo. And ground out. Okay, that's better. Pinheiro up the bat. We're into the 7th inning. We have yet to score a run, and we're down by 2. It's not a lot to come back from, so we can still come back. Because we had that game in Game 2 against the Twins where we scored a bunch of lates, so here we go. 7th inning, Pinheiro grounds out. Steiner flies out. And Bill O'Donnell doubles. Okay, Bill. Okay. So Bill's in scoring position, but we are at 2 outs, which kind of sucks. Can Steve Schneider bring in a run? He gets on base. Okay, that's good. We do have a guy now on third, though. So we have 2 guys on base, 1 in scoring position with 2 outs. Ollie Gelman, can you bring in a run for me, please? Or should I replace him? Probably not yet, because he's only 0 for 2. Ollie swings. He pops up. Goddamn. That's not great. Let's see if we could keep going with Pablo for now. Fly out, and strike out. Good inning there from Pablo Silva. He gets called up in the season at the end of the season, and he's done so far so good as a reliever. I don't know if he will always be like that good, but Trevino up the bat in the 8th. We need to get our bats going here, boys. Singles. Okay, so Trevino's having a strong game. 2 for 4. Jeff Pipp up. He's 1 for 3. Fielder's choice. Not ideal. Not ideal. Sixto, who has not been good, flies out. 0 for 4 tonight from our best player, probably. And Ozzy Cardenas is also yet to hit. Can he do something? He singles. So we got 2 guys on base again with 2 outs. As Ozzy and Pipp are on base. Can Pinheiro bring in a run here? Yes, he can. He scores 2 runs. We have tied the game in the top of the 8th like that. Damn, I was not expecting him to get 2 runs in on that play. But Pinheiro's 3 for 4 tonight. He's been the best player tonight for sure. And once again, we have a tie game late in a game. We're playing pretty good in this in these first 2 rounds in terms of late game heroics. Hopefully we could maybe drive in another run here and get the lead. Gary Steiner swings, and there's a pitching change over to Alec Marsh. I don't know if he's a left-hander or not. But Steiner swings, and he brings in a run. We have taken the lead in the 8th inning all of a sudden. Let's go. Let's go. Bill O'Donnell swings. He gets a single. We're all of a sudden starting to get a lot of hits here in this 8th inning. Steve Schneider swings, and he flies out, unfortunately. But we do have the lead now going into the bottom of the 8th. We are going to bring out Luis Guzman, because he has yet to play. Let's see if he can play good this inning, and then we'll bring in Dennis Lake likely for the 9th. Guzman against Saldana. Singles, not great. Michael Harris II flies out. Austin Charles, fielder's choice. And Sherman Apostle singles, and now they have Austin Charles in scoring position trying to tie the game. Come on, Luis. Just get a strikeout here, and do not let them to tie this game up. He pitches, and it's a ground out. That's a huge play there. Huge. Ollie Gelman now up the bat, looking to add to our lead here late in the game. He grounds out. Trevino pops up, and Pipp doubles. Okay, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff has been really good in the series. And Sixto, can he bring in a run? No, he cannot. We're going to the bottom of the 9th with a chance to take a 2-0 series lead if Dennis Lake can close out this game. Let's see, can Dennis close out this 2nd game in a row and give us a 2-0 series lead headed home? Come on, Dennis. He pitches the first one, and it's a solo home run to tie the game up. Are you kidding me? Dennis Lake has blown the save. Oh, no. Now we don't... Well, actually, we do still have closers I could technically turn to, so I will keep Dennis Lake in for this inning, but holy crap, that's not good. We're going to extras, unless they score another run, which they get a double. Oh, my goodness, Dennis. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to make a pitching change. I'm going to have to make a pitching change. I can't make a pitching change because I already made one. Ah, god damn it. Dennis might blow us this game. They have no outs and they have a guy on second. Oh, no, this ain't good. Yep, there it is. Dennis Lake blows the save in the 9th inning and we lose 5-3. Ah, god damn it. That is a game that we should have technically won. But Dennis Lake, maybe we should not have turned to him. Maybe we should have went to somebody else. But we end up losing that game. And now we have a tie series headed to home field, which means we're going to at least a game 4. Okay, let's make some lineup adjustments maybe a little bit. But damn, that really sucks about Dennis blowing that game. That really sucks. His stats have taken a major hit because of that. Yikes. Yeah, I might have to eventually try and close out some games with Robert and Guzman. I don't know about Lake right now, especially after that one. But yeah, Gary is going to be starting the next game. Then we're going to probably have to go to Sparborian pulls because Garth and Sammy aren't going to be energized enough by then. Let's make adjustments to our lineup here. So Bill O'Donnell, you'll go there. Josh Groves, you're going to go up there. As we're going off batting average here. Pinheiro is going to go a little bit more up in the lineup now, because he is technically doing better than most players. And there you go. There is our new one against right-handed pitchers, which the next game is against a right-hander. Then it's against a left-hander. So let's adjust our left-hander one as well while we're at it. So that way we have our, hopefully, our best lineup. Let's see. Bill O'Donnell needs to go up. Gotta make sure we got everybody in a good spot here. Ollie Gellman's been better than a lot of these guys. 250 is well there. 273. 286. And that's it. Pretty much. Boom. There we go. There we go. So there's our batting rotation against righties and lefties. We have a tie series. This might be a long episode. I apologize if it is. But let's see if we could get 2 wins on home field here. Because if we are able to win on home field, we'll win the series. If we're able to win on 1 of the 2, it will come down to a game in Toronto. So let's see what we could do on home field. We are currently 2-1 on home field so far. It is Roger Robbins against Gary McAllister. So let's see what Gary could do. Hopefully he doesn't have a game like last game he played, because that was a little bit scary at points, but he did win it. So hopefully he wins it at least, but hopefully it's not kind of like a back and forth type of game, you know. Especially after the last game, we should have won that, but we blew the save. So yep, that's going to be our lineup. Let's get into this. Come on, Gary. Ground out, nice. Ground out and fly out. Good start for Gary. Josh Groves up the bat to start the game. He singles. That's a good start. Getting on base early. I like it. Bill O'Donnell scores in a run. We already have a 1-0 lead. Okay. We're kind of playing similar to what we did against the Twins when we had Gary in last time, because we did score a bunch of runs early. So hopefully that's the same type of thing here. But Bill O'Donnell doubles, drives in a run. Can Pinheiro bring him in? He cannot. Can Ozzy bring him in? He cannot, but he does get a walk. Sixto, can he bring them in? He does bring one in, and it is a 2-0 lead early on with only 1 out and 2 guys on base. So the top of the order coming alive here in this game. Ollie Gellman drives also in a run. It is 3-0. Okay. We might chase their starting pitcher quite early here. Roger Robbins is having a tough time. Jeff Pipp, who had a really good last 2 games, hits in a fielder's choice, but he does get Sixto to third that way. Can Trevino bring in Sixto? He cannot, and we have a 3-0 lead after the first inning. Come on, Gary. Ground out. Single for Saldana. Orneal's doubles, and they have 2 guys now in scoring position for Adley Rutschman. Come on, Gary. You got to get them out, man. And pop up. Nice. That's good. Vladdy drives in both runs. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be another game like that last game that Gary pitched. Or we score runs early, then we give up runs, and then I don't know if we're going to win this one, but hopefully we do. That's not good. We have a 3-2 game now. Come on, Gary. Fly out. Nice. Steve Schneider up the bat. He grounds out. Josh Groves strikes out, and Bill O'Donnell strikes out. Soon I might have to, well, not yet, but eventually I might have to replace Gary in this this game, because I know he gives up a lot of runs, but he can go long into games, which is nice. So Pinheiro up the bat now for us. Grounds out. Cardenas singles. Okay. Good job, Ozzy. Sixto swings. He flies out. And Ollie Gellman doubles, and we have 2 guys in scoring position with 2 outs of our own. Can Jeff Pipp bring in a run with the 2 outs? He doesn't. He singles, but we have bases loaded with 2 outs for Anton Trevino, who has been kind of struggling in this postseason. Can he bring in a run at least out of this bunch of guys? No, he cannot. He grounds out. Damn, that sucks. Damn, that sucks. Ground out there, grounded out there, and ground out there. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, McAllister's a very streaky pitcher. He has bad innings, but he also has very good innings. So it's like I don't really know what to make out of his pitching repertoire right now. Schneider up the bat now. He flies out. Josh Groves flies out. And Bill O'Donnell grounds out. Adley Rutschman up the bat. Singles. Not great. Vladdy singles. Damn, they're guys that are really good, at least when they were in the prime, are starting to hit well against him. 2 guys on base with no outs. I don't like that. And now they get a sack bunt with 1 out. They have 2 guys in scoring position. Let's try and pick off... these guys are not the type of players that are going to steal, actually. So never mind. They're really slow, kind of. So Bubba Thompson up to bat. He pops up. Nicely done, Gary. Can he get us out of this situation? Yes, he can. Let's go, Gary. Shout out to Gary. Pinheiro up the bat now. He grounds out. Ozzy. Solo home run for Ozzy Cardenas out of nowhere. Let's go. It is a 4-2 game. That's a huge one to give us some more insurance on our lead. Sixto pops up. Ollie Gelman flies out. And we're headed into the 6th, still up by 2. Michael Harris II grounds out. Charles singles. Saldana singles. They got 2 guys on base again with only 1 out. We're starting to give up a decent amount of hits here. Not ideal, but we do have the lead, which is good. Ornelas drives in a run. It's now a 4-3 game. That's not good. And they have another guy on second now, and Ornelas is on first. Come on, Gary. Don't blow this lead, man. Oh, my goodness, he blew this lead, and it's now a tie game. This is not good. Let's try and pick off Ornelas at second. Safe, okay. Come on, Gary. And they drive in another run. Now the Blue Jays have the lead as Gary is completely not doing well. He does still have the energy, but I might have to replace him to start next inning here. And fly out, okay. And fly out. We're only down by 1. Just got to get our bats alive again. Not a good 6th inning there for the boys. Pip swings and strikes out. Trevino swings. He walks. Okay. That's good. That's good. I could try and steal. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and steal because Robbins is kind of getting a little bit tired. And stolen base from Trevino. That's huge. That is huge. Can Steve bring him in? They make a pitching change. Okay. Brady Singer is back in. He was in game 1, I'm pretty sure, but not for long. Come on, Steve. 2-run shot from Steve Schneider has given us the lead. Let's go. That's why he's our DH. Even though he's not the best player in the world, he comes through with a huge at-bat there to restore the lead going into the 7th potentially. Let's go. Josh Groves up the bat. He grounds out. Bill O'Donnell flies out. Let's go. Let's go. We have the lead into the 7th inning here. Only up by 1 though. I might be looking to replace Gary soon, but he does have a lot of energy, so I honestly might just keep with him for a little bit longer. But he is kind of struggling here late as Beltran gets on via walk. Michael Harris II strikes out. And now Beltran's on second. Austin Charles flies out. Let's go. Saldana grounds out, and we are headed to the bottom of the 7th, still up by 1. Brady Singer still pitching. Pinheiro swings. He flies out. Ozzy grounds out, and Sixto strikes out. And, let's keep with Gary for 1 more inning. Or at least a part of 1 more inning. Ornelas singles. Not great. Adley Rutschman. They go for a pinch runner that's faster. Let's try and pick off first. Yeah, I think I actually might make a pitching change here. Yeah, I'm going to make a pitching change. And we're going to put in Jack Birch, because Jack Birch was fantastic the last time he played as a reliever. Let's see what he has. Stolen base. That's not great, because they're trying to tie this game up here. Adley Rutschman pops up. Guerrero Jr. singles. That's not great. Come on. We got to get them to hit into a double play here, because they will try and go. Yeah, we're going to go pitch to contact, because if they basically hit into a double play, we'll get out of this situation without allowing a run. But if they go for a big hit, they might get out for a sac fly. So let's go pitch to contact. Double play. That's perfect. Let's go. What a call. What a call. We still have the lead. Ooh, that was a good call, I think, on that point. Let's go. Ollie Gelman swings. He grounds out. Pip swings. He grounds out. And Trevino swings. He grounds out. We are headed into the 9th inning, looking to close out a game for the 2nd consecutive game. Last game we blew it. This time around, we're going to turn to Ken Robert to close out this game. because Dennis Lake blew the last game. Can Ken Robert close out this game against the Blue Jays and give us a 2-1 series lead? Bubba Thompson flies out. Ezra Beltran lines out. They're down to their last out. It's Michael Harris. He pops up and we win the game 6-5 in a back and forth battle. And we have taken a 2-1 series lead as Ozzy Cardenas was the player of the game with a 2-for-3. 2 runs scored, a home run, an RBI, and also a walk. Let's go. Gary McAllister now 2-0 in the playoffs so far. Love to see it. We have a chance to close out this series on home field. If we lose this game, though, then we're going to a Game 5 in Toronto, and that's going to be probably pretty tough. But they do have another left-hander, I think, pitching this game, so it's going to be tough. And we are going to be going to Harvey Sparbori for the first time in his MLB career, getting the first playoff start. So Sparbori against, who is their pitcher for this next game? Cade Povich, who is a left-handed pitcher. This guy has really good hits per 9 and stuff like that, so this might be a tough matchup, but we are going up against another left-hander. Last time we played a left-hander was Roger Tomlinson, so... And then it might go to Andrew Painter for... It might go to our top guys for the last game, who knows? I don't really know. But let's see what Sparbori could do. I think we'll keep the lineup getting freshened up as well, based on batting average. Just want to keep this as good as possible here. 280, 69. That's got to go up to there. There we go. And actually, we're going up against a left-hander, so we got to adjust this one too while we're at it. But yeah, we're 1 win away from going to the ALCS. Do we have it in us, or are we going to go to a Game 5? Well, let's go. Let's see if we can be the left-hander. And oh man, the White Sox did sweep the Red Sox. So if we win this game, we will be facing Chicago to see who gets into the World Series. The other series are all going to a Game 5 in the NL, which is interesting. So the White Sox are definitely been a really tough team if we are actually getting to the next round because, like I said, very good team. In terms of record during the regular season, like I think they were close to 100 wins. So let's see if we're able to face them in the next round. Let's see what Sparbori could do. I honestly have no idea what to expect from Sparbori because we've never seen him pitch yet. So see if he's that type of guy in the postseason as well. Yep, that is good to go, and hopefully our bats can be good against a left-hander here. Sparbori, his first pitch in the playoffs. Ground out, nice. Strikeout. And ground out. Good first inning. Good first inning. Bill O'Donnell swings, he flies out. Ozzy swings, he grounds out. And Ollie Gelman swings, he grounds out. So, very quick innings for the first two, or for the first up and first bottom of the order, I guess, or bottom of the inning and top of the inning. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, really, but whatever. Austin Charles flies out. Saldana single, so there's the first hit of the game. At least it's only a single. Ornelas scores in a run. Not good start there. Not a good start to the second inning for Harvey. That's not good. And they score in another run. It's 2-0. Caught stealing. And a walk issued. Yes, Sparbori's kind of struggling here. I'm not liking that. Stolen base. Come on, guys. Hit by pitch. Stop it, Sparbori. You got to get out of this, man, or else I'm going to have to make some changes to our relievers quite early on, and I'm not going to like that. Fly out. Okay, there you go. That's not good, though. We're down 2-0 now. I mean, it's still close, obviously, and still early on, so we can still get back into this, but we need Harvey Sparbori to definitely be doing a bit better here. Pinheiro strikes out. Sixto flies out. Pip grounds out. We have no hits through the first 2 innings. And once again, Sparbori, can you have a better inning than the last one? Have a similar inning to the first inning, at least. That would be good. He pitches. Ground out. Nice. Double for Harris the second. That's not good. Charles pops up. And Saldana issues a walk. Ornelas singles. They have bases loaded with 2 outs. Oh my goodness. That's not good. That is not good. I don't want Adley Rutschman to hit a grand slam against us. He's been really good so far against us in this series. Come on, Sparbori. Pitch, and they scored another run. Well, at least it's 1 run scored, and it's not like 4 runs. But we're up down 3-0 now here. Not having a good game so far. Vladdy and fielder's choice. Nice, okay. Schneider issues a walk to start off his at-bat. That's a good way to start it off. Trevino swings, fielder's choice. He can potentially steal, but Cade is not really low on energy, so I feel like he could pick me off pretty easily. Gary Steiner swings. He walks, so we have 2 guys on base via walk. Can Bill O'Donnell bring in the first run of the game for us? No, he cannot, but he does get Trevino over to third at least. Can Ozzy bring in the first run with 2 outs? He cannot. And a good start for our offense at all here. Not a good start for that. Shernapostel grounds out. Thompson singles. Let's try and pick him off because he is a fast guy. Ezra Beltran flies out. Harris to second, doubles, and they have 2 guys in scoring position with 2 outs. Yeah, we have to replace Barbori soon, which is not good that he's getting replaced this quick into a game, but I guess I should have maybe not went to him, but the thing is I have to go to him because all the other guys are not as energized, so let's try and get Austin Charles out. Yep, he grounds out, nice. But they have 7 hits and we have yet to record our first hit, so need to start getting our bats alive here. And they do not come alive at all in that inning. 1 more inning for Sparbori at least. Let's see if he can get something going here. And that's a good inning so far. He does give up a single though. Fly out. Okay, there we go. Jeff Pipp strikes out. Schneider strikes out. And Trevino grounds out. And now we're making our pitching change. Sparbori, not a great game for him. We'll try and salvage this with some Bobby Hyde action because Bobby Hyde hasn't pitched since last round. See what he could do. Round out. Strikeout. And a double. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Pitch and a strikeout. Okay, that's good. He only gave up the double. Gary Steiner, can he get our offense going here? Yes, he can. He gets a solo home run. It is now a 3-1 game. Our first hit of the game is a home run to get us back on the board, so that's good. We are only down by 2 now. We just need to keep that offense rolling a bit here. So, Bill O'Donnell swings. He walks. Okay, Bill. Cade's energy is like half, so I don't know if I should try stealing with Bill. I don't think I'm going to yet. Swing from Ozzy. He also issues a walk. We got 2 guys on base with no outs. Are we having another late game heroics type of game? Back-to-back walks, 2 guys on base. Only 1 hit in the game for our team, but we could bring in potentially another run here. Come on, Ollie. He swings, he drives in a run, and it's now a 3-2 game. Both of our hits have resulted in us getting runs so far. It's a 3-2 game. Can we bring in a run to tie the game up? George Pinheiro looking to bring in Ozzy. He issues a walk. We have 3 guys on base. Bases loaded for Sixto with no outs. Come on, Giancarlo. This is the chance to get yourself that grand slam. He swings. Sack fly. Okay, that works. Ties the game up. Let's go. Really good inning here from the boys. It sucks that he didn't get a grand slam, but he did bring in a run to tie the game up, so I like that a lot. I could try and get Ollie to steal third, but it might be a risk. He does got the speed and stealing ability quite a bit. Do I go aggressive mode? It is Pip coming up, and Pip has been good in this series so far. Not so good tonight. Let's try and steal third. And they make a pitching change. Oh, man, we're not going to try and steal third now because this guy's energized. They go to a reliever in Hayden Junger. Never heard of this guy. Pip up to bat. Stolen base from Ollie Gelman. Okay, it does do the stolen thing run I was trying to do before, which is good. He manages to steal. We have a guy in scoring position. Let's go for that sack fly if possible and give ourselves the lead going into the 7th. That'd be good. Sack fly, strikeout. Damn it. Damn it. That was a risk. Steve Schneider, can he bring in the run to give us the lead? He cannot. And we have a 3-3 game going into the 7th. At least we managed to tie the game back up. At least we managed to do that. Austin Charles against Bobby Hyde. Walks. Not great. Saldana strikeout. Ornelas singles. They got 2 guys on base with only 1 out. Adley Rutschman. Come on, we got to get this guy out here. Strikes out. Nice. And Vladdy. Runners thrown out. And it's still a 3-3 game going into the bottom of the 7th. Anton Trevino looking to hopefully give us the lead here. He swings. He grounds out. Gary Steiner, who had a home run in his last at-bat, swings. He strikes out. And Bill O'Donnell swings. He flies out. This might be a game that goes to extra innings. They have a lot more hits than us, but we have a tie game, which is crazy. So we're kind of just hanging around here. Apostle up to bat. He singles. Not great. Bubba Thompson. Double play. That's huge. That is huge. Beltran grounds out. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Still tied. Come on, Ozzy. He swings. He singles. Let's go, Ozzy. Ollie flies out, unfortunately. George Pinheiro singles. We got 2 guys on base with 1 out. And Sixto could have a chance to bring in Ozzy to give us the lead. Sixto swings. He flies out. That's not great. And Jeff Pipp. Jeff Pipp up the bat. Come on, Pippy. He walks. We have bases loaded with 2 outs. Steve Schneider has a chance to give us the lead if he's able to put this ball in play. Can he do it? He has been not too good so far, but I don't think I have really anybody I could bring in from our bench. Yeah, I don't think I have anybody I could bring in from the bench. Let me go pinch hit and just see if there's anybody that I could maybe put. I don't know if I really want to pinch hit, though, for Steve, because Steve has had some home runs in this playoff run before. Pedro can't play third. Thornton can't play third. Groves can't play third. Technically, Ray McMahon can. Technically, Ray McMahon can. You know what? We're going to go and go for Ray McMahon here. We need a fresh at bat, so Ray McMahon comes in a big spot with the bases loaded, trying to give us the lead here in the 8th inning. Can he do it? Can he be like Josh Groves was for us at one point? Ray McMahon swings. He grounds out. Damn. That sucks. So Schneider's out of the rest of the game, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We'll keep Bobby in for now. He's been decent. Pitch, strikeout. Nice. Charles strikes out. Saldana strikes out. We're going to the bottom of the 9th with a chance to win the game. Anton Trevino up the bat, looking to get on base. He swings. He singles. Can he steal second? I don't know if I should try that. I got to get aggressive and try and go for a win here, potentially. Trevino steals second. We got a guy in scoring position with only with no outs so far. I could try and just basically knock him over to third, but can Gary Steiner bring in the winning run now? He singles. We got 2 guys on base, and Trevino is in scoring position with no outs. I guess we got to go for the sac fly here to win the game, right? Bill O'Donnell, sac fly. He walks instead, but we got bases loaded. We're going to win the game here. There's no way we could get not get a hit here. I hope, at least. A sac fly from Ozzy to win the game. And he does it, and we have won the series against the Toronto Blue Jays in 4 games. And we are headed to the ALDS, where we're going to be facing the Chicago White Sox. Winner of the series will go to the World Series. And yeah, Bobby Hyde, the player of the game. Pretty good relief effort from Bobby Hyde. 4 innings pitched and only gave up 4 hits. Had 7 strikeouts. We are going to the ALCS. Let's go. I should have probably jumped in and watched that last little bit, but there was nothing I could have really done about that. Yeah, I could have jumped in when we have bases loaded, but oh well. Let's go. But more than likely, we would have probably somehow found a way to lose that one, but let's go. That's a great series. And yeah, now we're playing the White Sox. Let's advance up to here. And okay, so in the NL, it is Arizona and Colorado. So one of those 4 teams will win the World Series this year. It's going to be really tough for us to beat the White Sox, I think. But let's wrap up this episode by taking a look at our player stats throughout the first 2 rounds. And then we'll take a look at what the White Sox looks like. And then that'll be it for this episode, because obviously this episode's gone on for a very long time at this point, I feel like. So there's Gary's stats. He hasn't been ideal, but he's won both games. Sparbori was not really good in that game. I don't know when we turn back to him. Puls has yet to get a chance, but obviously Garth Howell will be the guy to go to probably to start next round. So Garth has been much better. Sammy Gomez has also been much better. Bobby Hyde has improved. Birch has still been really good. Goss hasn't done anything yet. Rubel's been good. Like, our pitching in general has actually been pretty good for the most part. Like, we could have easily swept that series if Dennis Lake didn't blow that one game. So, there's that. Lineup-wise, Bill O'Donnell's batting a .320 so far. Groves a .357. Ozzy a .333. Ollie a .286. Same with Pinheiro. Sixto a .241. Pip a .222. Schneider a .160 only. Oof. and Trevino 167. So a couple guys not doing too well, but a lot of guys are actually doing pretty decently. So there's that. And then also Steiner's up to a 214. So there is all that. Let's take a look at what this Chicago White Sox team is looking like. First, let's actually take a look at the standings so I can show you guys. They were 98 and 64. 8-2 in their last 10 games going into the playoffs. So yeah, that's going to be definitely a tough one. Very tough. They're the best contact team in the league. They're the 4th best in power, 8th in pitching, 4th in defense, and 18th in speed. So their pitching is much better than ours, I think. Actually, technically, we're better than them at pitching, I think. Yeah, technically, we are a little bit better than them at pitching, but they have a really good defense. So I don't know who's going to end up being the better of the two. Let's take a look at their roster, because I've never seen it before. So, Chicago. Okay, yeah, this is a really good pitching rotation, and 3 of their 5 pitchers are left-handers. Wow. So that's going to make it pretty tough. Napoleon Conrad is their main guy. What a name. He's not been fantastic in the regular season, but still, he's their ace. He's been really good so far. Mackenzie Gore, not super great so far in the playoffs. Matt Hogan's been really good. Innings pitched and that type of stat line is really good. Samuel Sanchez hasn't gotten any chance yet, and Noah Schultz either. And then their relievers are pretty solid too. Yeah, their pitching looks really nice. We will eventually be there pretty soon, I think, in some stage. But damn, yeah, that's a really good pitching rotation and bullpen. What is their lineup looking like though? Like, do they have good batters too? Because I honestly have never seen it. Yes, this is going to be definitely a tough team to beat. Very tough. Probably our toughest task yet. Luis Brito, 81 overall, batting at 250 right now. Termarr Johnson batting at 400. Yikes. They still have, well, they have Rafael Devers. He's dropped off a lot too. 222. He's not been fantastic. Evan Carter at 200. Colson Montgomery's batting at 400 so far. Lawler at 250. David Park at 300. No hits so far for DeLauder. And Benny Montgomery's not been that good either. So they do have a lot of high overall players though. And then on the bench they have Escobar, who hasn't gotten any chance yet. Connor Scott, Corey Lee, and Daryl Hernandez? I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. I don't know who technically is the better team. I'd say probably them because of their record in the regular season. But basically it's very close to being a 1 versus 2 seeding in the ALCS because we were very close to taking that ALDS matchup first before the wild card. Like the Blue Jays almost were in the wild card instead of us. And then I don't know who's going to end up being the best of the bunch in the NL because we didn't take a look at Colorado and Arizona's stats yet, but we'll definitely do that if we are to get to the World Series, which hopefully we could do that. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Vancouver Rain Draft Glory franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll take it to the ALCS against the Chicago White Sox in a 7-game series to see, or potentially 7-game series, best 4 out of 7 to see who is able to go to the World Series to face Arizona or Colorado for that prize, and hopefully that's us. So I'm going to link that below, and I'll see you guys next time.